In this video, which is part 28 of the Coinmarketcap for Chartjs, we're going to focus on one of the other items that we were experiencing as an error, which was if you zoom out, then eventually you will not be able to grab this. But of course, we solved that here now, so that we make sure that if we zoom out now, this here is again grabbable, and we can move our items nicely like this and there. You can see the mouse cursor will show here accordingly. If I zoom out as well, you see the mouse cursor here and there changing accordingly. So let's start to look how to do this. So let's start to look at how we can create this part, or at least solve some of the bugs here, because right now this all works. But as I do this, then I'm going to scroll here up. What happens here is I cannot grab this anymore. You can see the mouse cursor disappears. And same here, if I do this, it disappears here as well. Although this might be even a more complicated matter. But if I do it here, this all works fine. I want to solve, at least that if we scroll up, we are fully scrolled out or zoomed out, that we can still grab this here to restart this. Because this one here, we can still scroll here. So one side is not working, and most likely it is because the index number of 0, it doesn't recognize the index 0 here, or it goes -0. So for this is luckily quite easy to solve, although it is very complicated to find the problem in the beginning. Alright, so what we're going to do is we have to go here and solve. First item is, well, the mouse cursor, basically, that we can at least see the mouse cursor changing, because even if I'm here, the cursor should be pointing every direction, which is the move cursor, and it didn't work. So if I scroll like that, then you can see here we get the move cursor, but if I scroll out like that, it disappears. Alright, let's look at this, and this should be here somewhere down. We have to look for the mouse move function. Let's search for it. Mouse move. Alright, we have the mouse move here, but I need to have a specific function for that, and maybe I can just give it a proper name. Function mouse move. Oh, sorry, it's not even mouse move, it's the mouse cursor, I think. Yes, there we are, because we want to adjust the cursor. So what is the real issue here? Well, basically this item here that we previously adjusted will become a problem. If I copy this and do a console log here, you will see that the value, if I refresh, open up the developer tab, and then if I scroll, what is happening, we get this none value 441. Oh, alright, that's not the case. The mouse cursor here, that will be 594. I don't see it here, but if I move here, alright, there we are. You can see here it's undefined. If I refresh and then go here, then it works, because it recognizes it's now on the starting point. If I move this here, it still works. But now, if I scroll out, we go to none, and then here you can see here undefined. Probably the reason is we go here and it becomes -1. -1 means I cannot find anything in the array value of index of. So when you do an index of, it cannot find it, and then we get this entire issue. So to solve this issue, we're going to do just a tiny item. First of all, I'm going to say here, I'm going to give a let value, and this let value will be min chart1. Basically, I want to get the minimum value of chart1. That's basically this one here, but I need to assign it with a condition that if it is -1 or undefined, convert it into index 0. So what I'm going to do here is, and that's why we're going to give it a let value. We're going to say here, this will be equal to that. But then we're going to say if the min chart1, and this is the reason why I'm going to give you the let, because we're going to reassign a value if we have a certain issue or condition, which is the following: if it is equals to undefined. Remember, undefined is a variable, so no string value. Or, and that's why you have these two lines here, or if min chart is equal to -1, and that's the case basically. So if that is the case, what I want to do here is I want to assign the min chart1 equal to dates index 0. Once I did that, let's grab this, and we can change these here. Change that one, we can change this one, and then we can change if ever there would be anything else. For the max, we don't have to do it. For some reason, the max works well, so apparently there must be something else that I did, but I cannot find what it is, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's test this. If I scroll out here, let's see. Alright, you can see one thing happening correctly. That is, the cursor here works. This cursor here doesn't. If I do this here, of course, still doesn't work. So what I'm going to do now is, well, let's see. Are we forgetting one? I guess we forgot this one here, the move cursor. And there's another min value. Let's put that in there. Save, refresh. Let's make it full zoom. And then zoom out here. Alright, the cursor works. And you can see the move cursor works as well. Beautiful. But of course, still not done. So that's the first one. This code becomes very important. We're going to copy this and we're going to reuse it elsewhere. So I'm going to scroll down here. Then we have this part here. Then we have here the drag functionality. And with the drag functionality, we have this item here. What we could do, and we can test that. I haven't tested that myself. I'm going to comment out, because basically this here would already be sufficient, but who knows? So I'm going to grab this. Maybe it will not allow it because it's within that function. It's a function scope, or block scope, sorry. So if it's a block scope, it won't work, but let's see. If it doesn't work, we need to activate these here. So that is, of course, redundant code, and I'm sure we can fine-tune it in the future. So anyway, save that, refresh. Let's try again here and see what happens. If we can do this, alright. Nothing really happens here. So let's the dragging start. Well, let's try with this. If I do this, see if we can find here now. Drag start. Oh, and make sure we zoom it out fully. And then make sure we have the click effect is gone. Alright, as you can see here, now it works nicely. Even if I have to make sure I click on it and then zoom out here, go back, there we are. So now we have this, and I guess they're all working nicely. Let me just reconfirm this. Save and comment out this refresh. See if it can work. Alright, this really is required. So that's that part. And then there's basically, there might be another one here. We're going to the drag move here. Although I think this is even not even a necessary item. If I look at it, I guess there's no real item here. We get this. If I save that, let's try one more time. Alright, then go here, zoom out, grab this again, zoom out, move here, there you are. And then if I move this here, and if I move this back, zoom out. Oh, of course that is another bug that we need to solve. Zoom out here, and that's another one as well. So next video we're going to focus on the other item here. We're going to do that one here.